My name is Alejandro, and I'm a current resident of Milford, a graduate of Milford High School, and now a former teacher at the public schools in this town. And I would like to share with you today a perspective from a teacher. I believe our job is important because we are tasked with preparing young people to succeed in college, career, and just plain life. And it doesn't matter what subject, whether STEM, foreign language, gym, or art, we all have the same goals as teachers. In the end, just for our kids to grow up safe, happy, and successful members of our society. But we don't do it alone. It takes teachers, parents, friends, communities comprising of churches, after-school programs, mentors, and countless groups of caring adults. It really does take a village to raise a child. Milford is our village. Massachusetts is our village. The United States is our village. But there's been a lot of things going on recently in our village. Innocent people of color being shot dead. Whole communities being targeted, called rapists and criminals. Muslim bans, targeting of LGBTQ people, the rising of white supremacy and nationalism. Many people say this is not us, that this is not America. We need to recognize that these problems, although they're very visible today, have always been present. Ask any person of color about police brutality, and they'll probably tell you that it's always been around, even though the camera wasn't rolling. Ask the communities that are being oppressed today, and they'll probably say they're not surprised they're being targeted, they're just surprised that it's out in plain sight. It's on TVs, it's on slogans, and white supremacy, all it's done is just lost a white hood. I know it sounds heavy, but I think we could actually be optimistic. And I'll tell you why. Because to fix the problem, we first gotta recognize that there is a problem and figure out what it is. And that's what we're doing today. Our country is reckoning with these issues that's been kind of just slightly under the surface. So let me tell you, like I said, I'm a teacher. This is what I do in my classroom. I love my classrooms and I love my students. And when I hear a hateful slur in the classroom, the moment I hear it, I put an end to it. If you think about it, the number one rule in any classroom is respect. So bullying, hateful actions must be denounced. We must be proactive in these situations. Every day in school, I work to ensure that it's a better place. And when I do it, I don't do it for me, I do it for my students. I do it for the next generation. And in the same way, I know we love our town and we love our country. And we must also be proactive in fighting hate in all forms. This is our village and it's everyone's responsibility. We cannot be bystanders when the slurs are not aimed at us. We cannot be silent when the people who are targeted don't look like us. Injustice is injustice, hate is hate. The beautiful thing about the village metaphor is that it's everyone's responsibility, but it's not an overwhelming weight. If you provide love and guidance when people need it the most, we'll be all right. Well, now our community needs action, and it's not an overwhelming task. It's shared, and if I do my part, she does her part, you guys do all your part, we're gonna be just fine. We'll be better off. So just to be brief, as a teacher, as a resident of Milford, just some recommendations, some ideas. Talk about these issues of race and racism with your children, and within your community. Patronize local businesses in Milford that run by immigrants and other people who have been targeted by our current political climate. At every opportunity, support the victims of xenophobia, Islamophobia, homophobia. We're all here because of recent inflammatory incidents and remarks by our leaders. We cannot continue to do this. We need to continue to do this work because through our conversations we can change hearts. We can grow in numbers. The numbers translates into policy and into tangible change. Again, I'm a teacher. I always have to decide what I'm going to teach and why it matters. If you think about it, there are a lot of teachable moments nowadays. We need to take advantage of these lessons and take action when it's appropriate. Perhaps Our work will never be done, but our small deeds will build a better tomorrow. Thank you.